Greetings, Mythics. How are we all? Yes, we are back for another Lone Wolf. This is part 2 of the Kingdoms of Terror. My name is Ken Boyter, but you probably already know that because you have been watching the Edra Tales Twitch channel or the YouTube channel, or you're a member of the Facebook group. If not, and you don't know who I am because you've done none of that, well then you know who I am because I've just told you who I... Gets a bit confusing. Anyway, this is Grockle Snook. He was originally from the Bottled Imp, and we are trapped in this dungeon, trying to get out. But that's another story. Because tonight, yes, as I say, we are playing the fantastic Lone Wolf series. Joe Diva is the original author. This is the Magnakai series, Book 1. Now, I don't know if people know, but you probably do already. But there were something like 32 books in the series. And the first 5 books are known as the Kai series. Then the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are known as the Magnakai series. Then you've got the Grandmaster series, the New Order, and End Game. So, this is all looking pretty good. This is part 2, as I say. We've already played part 1. Hopefully we'll get people viewing and playing along. It only takes one person because this is the show where you decide how the story unfolds. Yes, you are the people that decide. So the way it's going to work is I'll be reading out the entries, and when there's a decision to be made, a choice to be made, you guys will be voting in the comments. It's that simple. You just type in which way you want the book to unfold, what decision you would like to happen, and then the most popular vote, that is what I then action, and then we take it from there. Good evening, Jonathan. How are you? Hopefully you are well. And hopefully your Kickstarter is going well. I kind of checked in on it on the first day and then that was it. So sorry about that. Is it going well? Is it going well? Jonathan, if you don't know, Ace Gamebooks. Jonathan Green is an esteemed author, as he has quite rightfully said himself on his Kickstarter. He is the author of Ace Gamebooks. They are game books that are ace. And, no, they're very good. We have live streamed a number of them on this channel. And he's got another Kickstarter for another game book as we speak. And that is Shakespeare versus Cthulhu. Shakespeare Curses Cthulhu. Currently at 84% funded. That's looking pretty good. That's very good considering, when was it, Tuesday? So it's only been 2 days. That's very good. I will be backing the Kickstarter as soon as I remember. So maybe straight after this live stream, Jonathan. You never know. Thank you, lucky stars, eh? Yes, so that's so go check out the Kickstarter. I had a weird experience today, okay? You sure you want to share this with us? Is it good? Is it bad? Let us know, and then you can decide. Yeah, well, is it a good one or is it a bad one? Fingers crossed it's a good one. Hope you're alright though, whatever it was. Let us know. I'm intrigued now. You've just teased us, you see. This is what he does. He teases us with the good stuff. Good midnight, Lirin. How are you, sir? Sorry, I am 5 minutes late, which was an improvement on last week. So that's good. I always underestimate how long it takes to get ready. But I should know by now. I've been doing this for a good number of years. So yes, we have some charts. We've got an action chart, and we've also got this download as well, which is where we keep our special items, and it also means where we keep our weapons as well. So there you go. And look at this bad boy. Hello, Mr. A3 Clipboard. How do you like them apples? Hello, Jam. Hello, Jam. So this is Jonathan's weird experience. I took the dog for a walk. We ended up at a church. Upon entering the graveyard, the dog froze and started growling. There was no one else there and no other animals, but He did not want to go any further. Now that happens more often than I think people realise. Yeah, because that sounds supernatural to me. Because apparently pets, they are, dogs and cats especially seem to be very tuned in to seeing paranormal stuff. I've never experienced that before. Yeah, and and this is it. Owners know their own pets. Obviously, if you had your pet for a couple of years, you know the habits, you know the personality of that pet. So I would say, yeah, definitely. That's it, yeah, leaving a cat and a spooky ghost. Yeah, so that is very spooky. If you missed that, look back on the comments there. He didn't bark, he just growled. Which indicates to me that he's gearing up, he's sensing something, he's maybe even seeing something. And he's gearing up, isn't he? He's unsure what it is, and he's growling. Because the thing is, you've got to then ask yourself, yeah, what else could it be? Why would he be doing that? Why would he be doing that? So, yeah. Sounds pretty cool to me. I love all that, obviously, being a medium myself. I have had, it sounds weird, but I have had pets come through. I have had people's loved ones' pets come through. Cats, I've had dogs. That's pretty much all I've had. I haven't had anything else. Oh no, actually, I also had a bird come through. So again, yeah. I mean, it sounds crazy, but that's what happened. So there we are. He barks when he's excited or expressing dominance. He growls when he feels threatened. There you go, yeah. Little conker. A bird. Was it Twitter? Via Twitter. There it is. When in doubt, to this day, I will cross myself when crossing a cemetery. Oh, okay. A gesture of respect despite being a Buddhist, Taoist. At the very least, I would prevent a thin-skinned spectre gentleman following you home in a fence. Yeah. Was the vicar about my being jealous of the dog's collar? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, the thing is, I've done so many readings now over the years for people that confirm information that I get given and I pass on to them. I don't know this information. So I always think, well, what is it then? How do I get this information? And the only explanation I can come up with is I have tuned into their loved ones, and I am, thanks to my guide, together we are passing on the information. We are tuning into the spiritual world, and we are passing on that information. It's quite extraordinary. And I would always say to people, don't just take my word for it. It's when you have those spooky experiences yourself. Not that those going to a medium can be spooky, but when you have paranormal experiences yourself, that's when you start to go, maybe there's something in this. And quite right, I've never had anything alien, so I'm still a bit, jury's out for me. Are there aliens, are there extraterrestrials out there? Careful how you say that. Extraterrestrials out there. I've personally never experienced anything like that, so I don't know. I'm willing to keep an open mind. I'm curious about that sort of thing. Statistically, it makes sense that there are, because statistically, why would we be the only planet in the universe, especially in the universe, or especially in the galaxy? Why would we be the only planet that can support life? It does seem a little bit narrow. Liren, can you PM me? Oh, your email address, please. Oh, okay. Oh, sure thing. Give me a few seconds. Oh, okay. My message in response to your comment has been blocked. Oh. That's because we're talking about death. We're talking about crossing over. We're talking about that kind of thing. Seriously. these. Or we're talking about aliens, and you know, you could go down the conspiracy theory that they don't like us talking about aliens, they don't like us talking about, you know, paranormal experiences. Was it a rude one? Knowing Jonathan, it probably was. No, it's extra testicles. Yeah, so it was a rude one. Ah. The old extra testicles. That should be like when you level up. you can add extra testicles. So there we are. It's a superpower. The comment was, extra testes. Yeah, what on aliens? Oh, I see. Well, you never know. You know, they're not necessarily going to be built the same way as us. Okay, there we are. So, on that bombshell, we've just discovered aliens have extra testicles. Lovely piping hot tea with a splash or a dash of honey. Doesn't get any worse than that. No, it doesn't get any better than that. Maybe we'll go with that. So there we are, guys. So right then, guys, we are playing Lone Wolf. I hope Martha's okay, because she normally tunes in by now. Hope that she's okay. She didn't tell me she wasn't going to make it. So Martha, if you are watching this back, hopefully everything's okay. We are missing you. As Sally, where's Sally as well? I think she does. She's got to take her daughter to dance. So maybe that's what she's doing. We have the Kingdoms of Terror. We did part 1 last week, and we are on some sort of mission. I've obviously forgotten, but we have a map. So if you go to the Facebook Edra, Tales, dance or darts. I would love it to be darts. I would love it to be darts. Maybe it's both. Maybe it's dancing darts. Maybe that's what it is. It's actually dance. Link hands over on Martha. Are you there? Yeah. No, I hope not. I hope we have to go down that route. So yeah, Martha. Hopefully you're well, and hopefully you'll join us very, very soon. You've just forgotten maybe. So we've got the Stornlands. This is the new map for the Magnakai series. Stornlands. She's taken her to the darts, smoking Marlboro and drinking pints of lager at the Oki. What a perfect evening. Who wouldn't want to do that? She's only 14. She's going to be the next, what is it, Little? What was his name? That 16-year-old player who's broken onto the scene. Yeah, so we ought to get round to playing Lone Wolf. Part 2. This is part 2. Part 1. Do you know what? My mind's gone blank. He looks about 30. He does look about 30. He does. Well, William Tell Jr., the accurate remount our stolen steed and gallop after our newly employed old squire. Oh yes, thank you, Lee Rin. That's exactly what happened. We met up with a companion, an assistant, and because we rescued them from a bully who we think was a lord, and we fired an arrow at the lord's hand. You know, it kind of obviously put him out, and then he was on his own. He was, because it looked like he was bullying this meek kind of guy in a pub, and it turns out that. But what's the overall quest? I can't remember. But anyway, so we just won an arrow shooting competition. In other words, archery. Not darts, close. Archery competition. And we are, unfortunately, our horses, our steeds, as Levin quite rightly points out, got stolen and he was kidnapped. So we are now on hot pursuit. It's all the Marlboro and lagers. That's probably what it is, yeah. And scampi. All the scampi they have when they play darts. Marlboro was strong. I used to get accused of smoking grass. Really? Wow. The elderly gentleman knows the whereabouts of the Lorestone. Oh, that's it. It's like I'm not even here when I'm doing these. So, Martha, there you are. We were getting a bit worried. No worries. We've been rambling. We've literally just started. We've been rambling. We've been talking about darts, Marlborough, and lager. So, yes, that is it. We are looking for the Lorestone, which helps the Kai, the Magnakai. Good evening, Martha. And we now literally trotting off, the beaten path, if I remember correctly. Exactly. Been sleeping on some pain medication due to my painful jaw. Oh, yeah, big hugs for Martha. I forgot about that you had a painful jaw. Oh, yeah, and ghost hunting dogs. Jonathan had a weird experience where he said he was walking his dog, he got to near a church, and his dog, that doesn't normally do that, he's never done this before, just froze and started to growl. Apparently there was nothing in front of him, nothing around, there was no one there, just froze and wouldn't go any further. I call that paranormal. Oh, we were talking about alien testicles as well. And pastel attire. Pastoral attire. Lovely pastel colours you're wearing, Vicar. Why, thank you very much. Let's play Werewolf. Yes, Martha. We need somebody sensible like yourself to come back in and tell us off. Right, yes, we were just literally about to crack on. I was just trying to catch up on the plot. We are after the Lorestone, and we're trying to rescue our companion, who I've forgotten the name of. But he seemed to be some sort of wizard, didn't he? I think he was some sort of wizard. I met a Quaker. He knew his oats. There we are. I am actually officially a Quaker. I did get signed up to the Quakers. And my mum was a Quaker. This is true. And we used to go along to the meeting houses on every Sunday. It's really nice because you just sit in silence for an hour. It's lovely. No phones, no TV, nothing. It's just no music. It's just really lovely, just listening to the silence. And it does mean that you can kind of really tune into God if you want. If you want to. You don't have to, obviously. Anyway, let's crack on. So we were riding off and we decided, or you decided, that you're going to look for him. We're going off the beaten track, as Leroy said. We're going into the woods, I think. Going over the hill. Near the crest of the hill, there is a small hut built close to a track. Outside on the porch sits an old woman peeling fruit with a wooden knife. She's not playing darts. She smiles a gapped-toothed smile and bids you welcome as you bring your horse to a halt. That can't be right. That can't be right. We didn't have a horse. We got our horse stolen. Hang about. I'm sure we got our horse stolen, didn't we? Did you stop tremoring? What? 39. Oh no, did we get another horse? Did we steal another horse? What did we do to go after our dear old... Oh yes, we stole the horse. Yes, I was going to say that vaguely rang a bit. Yeah, we stole the horse, that was it. We stole the horse. Yeah, to get our horse back. Oh, and that's it, and they started firing at us, didn't they? We were heroes, and then we blew it. Oh well. Yes, anyway, so she smiles a gapped-toothed smile and bids you welcome as you bring your horse to a halt. And got chased by an angry crowd of archery fans screaming, "Horse thief!" I know. I don't personally think that's one of our finest moments, but you know, some people might brag. I guess if you're leaning towards the more roguish characteristics. So you have your first decision already. If you wish to ask her if she's seen any riders pass by, type ask. If you wish to ignore her, you continue up the track type track. So if you wish to ask her if she's seen any riders, type ask. If you want to ignore her, type ignore. What does she know? She's a toothless old woman. He sure beats crashing another airship. Yeah, ship slash... Basically anything. I think we have got a track record of just crashing things. Or sinking things. Or dying on ships. They're not our favourite mode of transport, are they? Okay, we've got 2. And Colin's here as well. Welcome, 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 Colin. Yes, we are on a raid party. Ask. Yes, we are asking then the gapped tooth old woman who's sitting on a peach, sitting on a porch, peeling fruit. Could be a peach, might not be. So we're going to ask her. This probably is the best decision. I would do this if it was just me. 110. Here we go then. I have noticed that these passages are they're very short, these entries, aren't they? Yeah, I'm writing my game book and I am trying to keep them short, but my style of writing, I do like to write a lot. We are worse than barely licensed pilot who works for Scrooge McDuck. Can I remember? Didn't he have a big cigar as well? Launchpad, was that his name? Launchpad McQuack. I could learn something from that. Yeah, look at these bad boys. Look how he's got 5 entries on a double page spread. They're good for live streaming because obviously you want as many choices as possible. I think when you're playing them on your own, you can read more because you're not I don't feel the pressure of other people. Okay, so we're going to ask her, and this is what she says. None passing by here, she says. Her voice heavy with a Highland accent. Oh, none passing by here. I can't do a Highland accent. Track will go top of the beacon, and no more than that. You sense the old woman is telling you the truth. The riders have not come this way, and the track leads... Oh no, poster's just fallen down. It's Ghost. Leads nowhere. It is a dead end. You thank her for your advice and bid farewell. Then you turn around and descend the track. Oh, okay, so this was a dead end. Fair enough. At least we know. I'm in the epic DuckTales theme now. Oh, I need to watch DuckTales again. I didn't watch enough of them. I watched some of them, but I was never in it when they were on. Okay, 3:30. Here we go. Jonathan's put it, in Shakespeare versus Cthulhu, I'm making things easy for myself by including as many Shakespeare quotes as possible. Clever. I like that. I like that. Yeah, by the way, just to remind people again, I did it at the top of the show, but Jonathan there, Ace Gamebooks, he has got a Kickstarter currently running. It is Shakespeare versus Cthulhu. It is a game book. I'm definitely going to be backing that. I will do this probably after this live stream because we're a fancy channel. It's got Cthulhu in. It qualifies. It definitely qualifies. Plus, Jonathan is an excellent writer, and his game books are very, very enjoyable. So if you want to back it. It's nice to back it in the first couple of days because it encourages more people to back it, and then it gets over the line, and you'll get the book. Okay, 3:30. As you reach the junction with the highway, you see the riders emerging. Look, we found them in a single file. No worries, Jonathan. If you want to put the link directly in, please do. You see the raiders emerging in a single file from behind a derelict cottage. We're onto them. They draw themselves in a circle in the middle of the village, and although they are out of earshot, you can tell by their movements and frantic gestures that they are having a heated argument. Suddenly, the circle breaks, and they ride towards you with Cyrillus, still unconscious. That's our companion, that's our mate. in a tow behind the last rider. You urge your horse off along the track and take cover among the dense trees. He's not in a good way. We need to rescue him. Okay, so Jonathan's put here, check out Shakespeare vs. Cthulhu, What Dreams May Come by Jonathan Green on Kickstarter. There it is. That's the link. If you do want to back it, and I do recommend Jonathan's game books, please back the project if you want to do so. Click on the link. Okay, so you have a choice. We do have a bow. It says here, if you have a bow and want to ambush them as they ride past your riding place, okay, so you can do that. Type bow. Or you can attack the last rider and attempt to retrieve Silius. Type last. Or if you decide you can let them pass and then follow them, type follow. Yeah, okay, so bow selector. Okay, so you're going for the bow. That's 2 people going for the bow. 2 people going for the bow. Yeah. Martha, yeah. So the ambush and the bow is the same thing, yeah. So thanks for confirming that, Martha. I'm doing another stage production of my Devilish Dilemmas stage show, the game book stage show. I think it's the 4th time I've done it. It's a work in progress, and I've been getting and making props, getting together loads of props, making them. I'm really looking forward to it. It's this Sunday. There's a spider in that drink. There better not be. I think what I'm going to have to do is I am going to have to put spiders in my game book. I think just for you, Jam. Remember, we have +6 bonus. Oh yeah, thanks to the Golden Bow Fair Prize. That is fantastic. So yeah, we are. We're gonna attack them. We're gonna ambush them with the bow. We have a +6. That has got to count for something. Yeah, we are pretty powerful. Okay, bow it is. Your ambush catches the enemy by surprise, making them panic and flee in all directions. At such close range, your arrow pierces the chainmail chest of the rider holding Sirius's horse and kills him instantly. As his lifeless body tumbles to the ground, you break cover, exploding through the bushes and scooping up the reins of the dead man's horse. Angry shouts echo in your wake as you take off along the highway, and the wizard and the horse close at your side. This looks like a fantastic... We didn't even need the +6. Okay, look at that. Joe was obviously feeling very generous with with that one. Okay, fantastic. Although we haven't quite escaped yet. Don't want to count our chickens too quickly just yet. Your immediate peril prevents you from dwelling too deeply on the reason why these riders should be trying to abduct Cyrillus. He seems to be a poor prospect for a rich ransom, being neither wealthy nor seemingly powerful. As you reach the bottom of the wooded crag, a stone church and graveyard, Jonathan, loom into view at a point where the highway turns sharply towards the west. Blocking the road, on a charger as black as midnight, sits a scarred-faced young man. His eyes are set in a white and disfigured face, and they burn with a cold, dark glow. You recognise him immediately. It is Roark, the lordling whom you defeated at the Barrel Bridge Tavern. What? He's there on a charger. Look, there he is. Beautiful illustration by Gary Chalk once again. Wow. Playing the theme of Indiana Jones chasing the truck in my head from Raiders of the Lost Ark. Yeah. Is it? I don't know. I don't know that theme. But I do know the Raiders of the Lost Ark theme, obviously. So, if we possess a silver brooch... Can anybody remember that? Let's see what items we've got. Hang on, I've got so many sheets now. We've got a blanket, a tinder block, a rope. We've got the Lempar potion. We've got the silver bow. We've got padded. We've got quiver and arrows. We've got a sword and we've got a bow. I don't think we have. Have we? Does anybody remember a silver brooch? Time to make him pay really badly. Yeah, no, that's fine. We haven't got the silver brooch, okay. That's fine. If you do not special item, turn to 14 instead. We'll make him pay, no worries. Cracks nugs. Yeah, hold my beer. 14. Here we go. Abruptly, the riders appear and spread out in a semicircle to surround you. We have a debt to settle, Northlander, hisses Rorak, his lips drawn back from his teeth in a contemptuous sneer. I demand payment in full. Madness flashes in his glaring eyes as he removes an amulet from around his neck and holds it high in the air. Come, Targazan, I summon thee. From the pit of eternal pain, I summon thee. The skin on your arms and neck prickles with dread at the sound of Rorak's terrible invocation, and you cast your eyes around you for an escape route. Only the churchyard offers a way past Rorak and the guards, but as you spur your horse through the stone gateway, you are suddenly frozen in terror. Hang on, this is all getting too familiar. By what you now see before you. It's Jonathan walking his dog. 270. Is this gonna... Not sure where this is going. Okay. Right, we could be in trouble here. Above the church, a whirlpool of darkness is taking form. It casts a tomb-like chill on everything beneath. Frost crystallizes on the grass and flowers, and a terrible sound fills the air as the earth begins to tremble and shake. Cracks appear in the ground beneath you, and suddenly a score of fleshless hands burst through the frozen soil to clutch at your horse. Shrieking with terror, it rears up, and you are thrown from the saddle into the waiting arms of the waking dead. Not walking dead, waking dead. Quakers again. That was a particularly good ring, that was. So, we have... Look at this. Can I just say, that was a really well-written paragraph. I really enjoyed that paragraph. And that is such a beautiful illustration as well. Look at that. Look at that. Look what's happening. We are going to be in trouble by the looks of it. What a fantastic illustration that is. So, Undead Summonation. Combat skill 18. Endurance 35. So we have... let's have a look. Right. Due to the surprise of the attack, deduct 2 points from your combat skill for the first 2 rounds of combat, unless you have the Magnakai Discipline of Hunt Mastery, which we don't have. Moreover, you have no time to drink a potion before combat. The undead are immune to Psi Surge and Mind Blast. If you possess the Summer Sword, you may double all endurance points losses inflicted upon your enemy. Unless you possess the Magnakai Discipline of Nexus, don't do that. You must... Oh, okay. You must deduct 2 endurance points for every round of combat you fight due to the intense supernatural cold. If you possess a silver brooch, you add 2 combat skill to the undead summonation. For Rourke's personal hatred has fueled the terrible necromantic spell at work. Oh, someone just found my geocache. Oh, I used to love doing that. I never got into that, but it sounded fun. When Hull is full of the dead walk the earth. Howdy, Bonesy. How's unlife since Sam Raimi and Evil Dead? I know, this is getting serious. This is possibly going to be one of the toughest battles we have ever had. Let's have a look then. So, we're going to lose 2 endurance points regardless of whether we win or whether we lose. Okay? Or how much damage we take. So that's going to be difficult. So let's write this down. So he's got a combat skill of 18. Oh, we have to do the ratio, don't we? But it's got endurance 35. Wow, it's got more endurance than us. We've got 30. We've got a maximum of 30. So we've got a combat skill of 20. Then you minus its combat skill, which is 20 minus 18 is 2. Okay, so then I do think the combat's slightly complicated. But anyway, so we look on the column 2 here, and that's the column we're going to be looking at. But we do lose 2 endurance points every single time. So I just need to get the 10-sided dice. What one is it? What one is it? It's that one, isn't it? Yeah. 1. Well, that's going to be... Okay, we better do it properly. That's going to be a 0. Because I did it as a 10 last time. Okay, so here we go. So we roll 1 dice. What do? We just roll 1 dice, don't we? And then look that up to see how many wounds we do, don't we? Hang on, I've forgotten. Well, at least it's not talisman dice. Hey, you back off my talisman dice. Okay. Add your combat skill. Oh, are we using the bow? Can we use the bow? Although we've not got many... Can we use the bow? It's +3. We've got +6. But we've only got oh, we've got our waistcoat, padded leather waistcoat, which is +2 endurance. We've only got 5 arrows, so I take it we can only fire 5. Never. They gave us so bad rolls last time. No, come on. I think you guys misremember when I've been rolling good dice. So it says, because that's the combat. Pick a number on the way. Turn to the table. Yeah, find your combat ratio on chart. Yeah. Continue. Oh yeah, until anyone's got it 0. Yeah. We can't evade because it tells us when we can evade. Okay, so I just want to double check the rules of the bow. The bow selector weapons. Yeah. I don't think... When can we use the bow? Oh, I see. We would get a +3 in combat because we've got weapon mastery. So we do get a +3. Oh, okay. Thermal waistcoat for the win. It's just very warm. It's lovely. We just stuff a hot water bottle down there. Okay, so let's go with the sword then, because that is a +3. Yeah, +3 in combat. So in that case, we have... God, I've got so many bits of paper. We've got 23. So 23 minus 18 is 2... Hang on, I can't work this out. 23... This is why I don't like it. And subtract the combat skill of your enemy from this total. So there's at 5. Yeah, but that should be better. That's worse for us, though, isn't it? I thought it was... Oh no, it is. The higher the better. The higher the ratio, the better. Yeah. Okay, so 5 is good. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to be rolling on the 5 column. Here we go then. Let's do it. Let's do it. Nope, the higher the better it is for us. Yeah. Sorry. It's been a while. It's been a while. Here we go then. Come on. Who says I don't roll good? Look at that. That's a 7 already. So we're looking at the chart here, which is 5. We're looking down at number 7. Oh, that's sweet. No points of loss for endurance for us. -12 for the undead. However, we do lose -2 anyway because it's so cold, even though we do have a thermal waistcoat. So we're on 28. Okay. So, God, it's maths again. What did I say? 18? No, 12. Just want it simple. 14. No, 12. It was 12. Right, so that would be 3. That would be 23. We're back up and running. We got this team. I tune in for the arithmetic. I know, exactly. This was when I first played Lone Wolf, I thought the writing's fantastic, the illustrations are beautiful, they're brilliant, the storylines are good, but I do remember thinking, oh my god, this is such a clunky way for combat. But I get why they did it, because obviously Fighting Fantasy were out, they wanted to be different from Fighting Fantasy. This is kind of a bit more like role-playing. The battle charts reminds me of Rollmaster, there you go, exactly. So I can sort of get why, but I'm not a big fan. But anyway, here we go. Some people like it, obviously. It's not for everybody. Here we go then. Let's see what we get. That is a 5. I'm taking that as a 5. There we go. It's a 5. That's still pretty good. So we look on the 5 column. Then we look down at 5. It's -2 for us. Plus the -2. So it's -4 for us. But it's -10. So he's on 3. We're on 24. So this is not too bad, actually. Oh, hello. Nearly lost the dice. Right, let's do it again. Here we go. Oh, that's not so good. Oh, no, it's a 7 again. It is a 7. It is a 7. So, 7, I'm pretty sure he's dead. Let's have a look. Yeah, 0 for us, but -2 because it's so cold. So we're on 22. He dead. He dead. Have some of that. So, look at that. We did it. 22. Let me change this then. We are on 22 endurance. Yes. Give it some. We play skull baseball as we strike the noggin off his face. Off into the face of the summoner. Yeah, well done, squad. Exactly. You guys kicked bone. Arse bone. Okay, remember afterwards we gain 1 per paragraph not in combat as passive healing. Yes, thank you very much. So yeah, we need 8 paragraphs not in combat. Okay, if you win, which we did, turn to 326. I was a bit scared, if I'm being brutal about that. I thought that would be harder. Just warming up. As you destroy the last of the fleshless skeletons, you see that the struggle has now spread beyond the walls of the churchyard. From the depths of an open crypt, a shambling mass of zombies are hurtling themselves at the riders. I keep saying raiders. Tearing the terrified warriors from their saddles. Rorak's summonation has spiraled horribly out of control. No living creature is now safe from the terror he has unleashed. Is that what it is then? Is that what the Terror of the Kingdoms is? The lordling turns and gallops away in blind panic, leaving his followers to their grisly fate. He's a coward. Yeah, exactly, Martha. The spoilt brat ruins everything. Okay, as he disappears, the swirling funnel of darkness slowly fades, and the undead stagger and fall, climbing away into the fine dust, which is carried away on the evening breeze. Okay, good. So it was a temporary spell. You rush to the aid of the old magician. He lies momentarily wounded, pinned beneath the body of his dead horse. Oh no. As you cradle his head in your hands, his eyes flicker and open, and he forces a whisper from his blood-flecked lips. Brass Street. So here we go. If you have the Magnakai Discipline of curling, curing, we do have that discipline. We do have that discipline. It's now the time for chocolate. I think now is the time for chocolate. Absolutely. So Brass Street. Remember that. I'm going to write Brass Street next to here on the entry. We do have curing. I have a large hazelnut arrow. Oh, cheeky. Well, I had a few Toblerones, just the little ones. You know the little Toblerones? Yeah. Sponge, scalpel, stitches. Yeah, we're getting in. We're getting in. This is it. Bit of rubbing alcohol. You keep your hands to yourself. Right, here we go. 216. You concentrate your powers of curing and transmit the warmth created by your Magnakai skill through your hands and into the shattered body of the magician. His frail shoulders tremble as he forces himself to whisper once more, Brass Street, Varetta, find Gwenlyn, the sage. He will help your quest. Oh, that is information we need to write down, definitely. I've got somewhere. Look, I've got notes. Have I? But no, hang on. I've got so many bits of paper. I have got a notes. Hang on. Bear with me. We've got notes. That sounds like... Hopefully we can save him, but I'm not hoping out. This sounds a bit fatal, doesn't it? So, I'm going to write this down. Brass Street. Varetta. That's where we were trying to get to, Varetta, weren't we? And then it says, find Gwenlyn, the sage. Okay, he will help your quest. Good stuff. 46. Right, 46. A trickle of blood seeps from the corner of the old man's mouth as his eyes flicker and close. He is dead. You bury him in the graveyard of the church where he fell and say a silent prayer to Kai and Ishar to watch over him on his final journey. Sadness fills your heart, and you take one last lingering look at the oaken staff that marks his grave before setting off once more on the highway to Varetta. He got a horse on top of him. Yeah, they are heavy. That is a very good point, Martha. I know, but I didn't want him to die. I thought we'd be able to save him. Now, I've not got my glasses on, so the emoji that Colin's put there looks like a hamburger to me. So, are you saying we should make hamburgers out of the horse? What's going on? And we are now spoilt. Hang on. And now we have a spoilt entitled son of a crossbow to get even with. Yeah, agree. Yeah, absolutely, we do. We still need to run into him again. I've got a feeling we'll run into him again. Right, and quite appropriate. I don't know if you can hear the music. It does sound quite sad. Oh, it's a crying emoji. Oh yeah, the blue. I can see it now. Okay, right then. So we have a bit of a clue though. We need to find Gwaemen. That's an N. In Varetta. He is a sage. So he was presumably the Silurus was a sage as well. A wizard. Well, he's a wizard. And we know that lordling, the spoilt brat, he cast a spell, didn't he? An incantation. Or an invocation. Yeah, we get arrow in the back, exactly. Or take an arrow to the knee, I think is the common phrase. 168. Yeah. So maybe he kidnapped him because he was a wizard and he wanted more magic. I'm not sure, but we will find out. That's the mystery. It's almost dark when you catch sight. Oh, hang on. How many? Yeah. How many have we done? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we've done 4 already, so we're back up to 26. It's almost dark when you catch sight of a tavern on the road ahead. 2 guttering torches set into rusty brackets illuminate the weather-worn sign that is nailed above the door, the Halfway Inn. You recognise the name of the establishment that Cyrillus spoke of this morning, and it grieves you that he is not here now to accompany you. He could get the first round in, couldn't he? And also, we could give him a game of darts. Distant thunder rumbles through the hills as you stable your horse and enter the welcoming warmth of the inn's tap room. The place is alive with the chatter of merchants, the clink of glasses and the crackle of a blazing fire. The centre of the room is dominated by a small stage on which a conjurer is performing his tricks to the delight of the customers. What would you like to do then? You decide. Would you like to watch the conjurer? Type watch. Would you like to seek out the innkeeper and inquire about a room for the night? Type seek. What would you like to do? Would you like to watch the conjurer? Yeah, see what his tricks are. Or would you like to seek the innkeeper? Type seek. What would you like to do? Martha would like to go for the innkeeper. Colin and Lirin want to watch. Jam would like to sink. Just getting on the tepid side, this. Okay, it is a tie. It is a tie. Now, I know that Jonathan is the only one... Mind the spider legs. Jonathan's the only one that hasn't voted. So, Jonathan, if you're awake, you're not downing the whiskey. If you want to vote, because your decision will split it. Okay, he has. I was going to say, otherwise the die will decide, but he's going to watch. We're going to watch the Conjurer. Thank you for voting there, Jonathan. Here we go, then. 199. 199. Having removed a bunch of flowers. Oh, hang on. Tick-tock. Having removed a bunch of flowers from the ear of a startled merchant and a clucking hen from behind the petticoat of a merchant's wife, the flamboyantly dressed conjurer calls for silence from his cheering audience before announcing his next trick. 2 children shuffle onto the stage, their bodies and faces completely hidden by long black... This sounds dark now. By long black gowns that are tied at their foreheads. Only their hair, blonde and brunette, is visible. "I'm a boy," says the one with dark hair. "I'm a girl," says the one with fair hair, the voice identical to the first. Let's do that again. I'm a boy, says the one with dark hair. I'm a girl, says the one with fair hair. The conjurer steps forward and says that they are a boy and a girl, but at least one of them is lying. He asks which is which and invites the audience to bet on the answer. Okay, what would you like to do? Steady on gender is a minefield these days. Well, it is. However, you know, these were written when? These were written what, in the 80s, 90s? So, you know. They're right, you know. Yeah. Okay, so, would you like to bet on this conundrum? Type bet. 1980s to mid-90s. Yeah, exactly. So, would you like to bet on this conundrum? Type bet. Or would you like to not gamble and approach the bar and inquire about a room for the night? Type room. No, we don't have much gold. How many gold have we got? We've got 6. You bet. Oh, okay, so we've got 1 for the bar, 1 for you bet with Matthew Kelly. Was that you bet? Did he do? Was it Matthew Kelly? Room for the night. So we got 2 to 1. 2 to 1. There we go. You're betting even though you don't know it. It was Matthew Kelly. That was it, because they just invited members of the audience, wasn't it? It was like, I can shove 15 pencils up my... Who bets that I can do that? What skills do we have? Any that will help read minds? I don't think we have. We have... What have we got? We've got invisibility, weapon mastery, and curing. Although the curing, the first time we did it, didn't help. But anyway. Okay, so it looks like if no one else is voting, if so, bet. If not, room for the night. Okay, looks like we're going to avoid betting because we've only got 6 gold. We're going to get a room for the night. Get a room. Okay. 2, 5, 3. I'm kind of curious as to know what that conundrum was. So I might have a quick sneak peek. Okay. Yeah, it's just basically a riddle. That's what it is. It's just a riddle. Okay, so, but you decided not to bet. You decided we're going to keep our doubloons and we're going to ask for a room for the night. Looks like you made it here just in time, says the cheerful innkeeper, pointing to the rain-streaked window pane. It's going to be a rough night tonight, no mistaking. You discover that a room for the night costs 2 gold crowns plus 1 gold crown for your horse's keep. A meal of black bread and hard-boiled eggs will cost you another gold crown, so that's 4 already. Unless you choose to eat a meal from your backpack, you must in any case eat a meal now or lose 3 endurance points. Okay, so we have got meals. How many meals have we got? Did we not have any meals? Don't we start with meals? Didn't we pack meals? I haven't got any down. Okay. We are here, actually. Yeah, we're here. Didn't we start with meal? Sounds like the Vince Noir from Mighty Boosh. Yeah, I know. Right then, what we got going on here? Which one was that then? That was the Cockney geezer, wasn't he? The with the hat and everything. Vince Noir here. I'm sure we started with provisions, didn't we? I'm just looking up there. Backpack, spend gold crowns. Didn't we get meals? I'm sure we started with meals. Should we make that up? Pot noodle. Pot noodle. Paul Daniels. Okay, yeah, because we're off, and it was like, you pack your sword, you pack this, you pack that. I'm sure we would have written them down, though. Bear with me, bear with me. Can anyone remember? Bread with eggs, very coincidentally, finally found a cafe in Taiwan that makes decent salmon eggs. Benedict, lovely. On guacamole bread. 2 days ago. I think the default is 2 meals. Well, that sounds lovely. It does sound slightly tastier than bread and eggs. Right, so let's start with 2 meals then. I'm going to write 2 meals. So, we might... Okay, would you like to eat a meal or spend a gold crown paying for bread and eggs? Type yes if you want to eat the meal. No if you don't want to. Type yes if you want to eat the meal. Okay. Otherwise we will lose 3 endurance point. Eat a meal, okay. Because that will save us gold. And then, because it's going to cost us 3. Okay, yeah, let's eat a meal. Yeah. I didn't want to assume. It seems a sensible thing to do. So, it says here, if you choose to pay the innkeeper for the night's lodging, if you do not have enough gold crowns, you must rest in the stable with the horse at the cost of 1 gold crown. Or 1 backpack item, special item. Oh, wow, so you can kind of barter. That's pretty cool. So, that is what we're going to do. We're going to pay, but we're only going to pay 3 gold. Because we've saved a point. Plus, we do get a point, though. We get another point back. I'm making a note of that. That's 27. But also, doesn't eating a meal... Do meals... We literally only have 2 coins to rub together. Pay to Holland, our source, free Benedict. I don't think... Yeah, meals don't restore... It's the potion of Lemsar that restores, doesn't it? Okay. But anyway, we're on 27 endurance. That's high. That's very high anyway. Okay, so we're going to pay the innkeeper for the night's lodging. We don't particularly want to spend the night in the stables. Here we go then. You collect your key and climb the stairs to your room at the top of the inn. You sleep deeply, and at dawn you arise from your narrow bed to stand shivering in the fresh breeze that whistles through a cracked window pane. As the harsh light of morning floods the tiny garret, you see to your dismay that your backpack lies half open on the floor. A gaping hole has been gnawed from the flap. It is the unmistakable handiwork of rats. Any meals you had in your backpack have been eaten or ruined. We've just got them. Erase them from your action chart before you leave the tavern and collect your horse. Boo. Boo to rats. Right then, we've got no meals. We are out of meals. Hopefully we could buy some meals. But we are on 28 points now of endurance. Oh, fiddlesticks. Yeah, exactly. We've got 3 gold. Okay, 272. They have covered only 100... Hang on. Is that right? 272. Hang on, let me double check that. Because that sounded a bit of a jump. No, 272. Here we go then. Oh, that's because I've read the wrong one. The air is sweet with the smell of grass, of wet grass. The sun rises above the trees to the east, and the mist bellows across the hills on either side of the highway. By noon, you reach a small village where brightly decorated cottages surround a cobblestone square. A shrine with an enormous onion-shaped dome stands in the middle of the square. In its shadow sits a group of elderly people. They are tending to some shrubs with bright orange berries which grow in the shade. So it says that if you possess the Magnakai Discipline of Curing, which we do. If you don't... Okay, what would you like to do? Would you like to find out what it is that we're going to do? Are we going to pick some herbs? Type yes if you want to follow this path, the Magnakai Discipline of Curing, or we can ignore that. So type yes if you want to do that. Let's help. Yeah, okay. Martha would also like to do that. Colin would like to do that as well. I think we're either going to help the elderly people. They might give us some herbs for healing. They might give us a potion of healing. They seem friendly. They're elderly. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, we're going to go and find out what they're up to. You recognise the orange berries of the Athla plant. They are much sought after by warriors and soldiers, for they possess properties which increase both strength and skill during combat. If you wish to purchase some... Oh, okay. So, we are now fully back up to our endurance, by the way, because we've gone another 2 without getting into combat. So I'm just going to correct that on the sheet, on the action sheet. Hopefully they'll give us some bacon and eggs, unlike the cheapskate dealer of rats. Okay, it says that if you wish to purchase some athleberries, berries, you can do that. Or you can ignore that and you can remount your horse and leave the village. So, type yes if you want to purchase them. It doesn't give me a price. Type no if you don't want to. Well, hello there, that rude guy. How are you? How are you? We are playing The Lone Wolf, The Kingdoms of Terror by Joe Diva. And we are just about to possibly buy some athla berries from old people outside a shrine. We can gobble down some before a potential boss fight. Yeah. So these athla berries, yes, I've seen the Facebook post. Fantastic. That's what we like to see. Welcome. Yeah, so potentially we can purchase some of these athla berries, yeah, and like you say, it gives us some boost. What could possibly go wrong? Absolutely. We've just had our meal eaten by some rats, so we are mealless. We have no meals. Okay, we're going to try and purchase some of those. We've got 3 gold crowns left. Hopefully they're not that expensive. 1, 2, 3. Okay, a handful of athla costs 2 gold crowns. If you swallow them before a fight, they will increase your combat skill by 2 points for the first 2 rounds of combat. And then by 1 point for the duration of the fight. That's pretty good. You may purchase up to 3 handfuls, or we can't because we've only got 3 gold. Each handful counts as 1 backpack item, and you can be considered as herbs. Brilliant. So we can put them in a herb patch, but you cannot swallow more than 1 handful during any combat. Okay, so would you like to purchase them? They cost 2 gold. We can only purchase 1 handful, but they do give us a +2 for the first 2 rounds of combat, and then a +1 from then on in during the rest of the combat. So, would you like to purchase them? Type yes if you'd like to purchase them. No if you don't want to, if you don't think they're worth it. If you don't think they're worth it. What would that be an equivalent of? What gives us? Chocolate? It's like a sugar rush, isn't it? Like you get all, way, who's out for a fight? Would you like to purchase them? Anybody going to say yes or no? Are you going to let the dice decide? You're going to let me decide? That's crazy. Don't put the fate of this in my hands. Okay, good stuff. We have yes, 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 yes. Okay, they are going to cost us 2. We're down to 1 gold. However, we do have them now. Just looking, because we do have a herb pouch, because we are... That's interesting. Yeah, let me have a look at that. Okay, the belt pouch. Well, I've not got a box for the herb pouch. That's fine. That's all right. I'll just put them... I'll put them here then. Let me create a herb pouch. Herb pouch. Okay, so no 0 gold. The innkeeper cost us 4 and we had 6. I think, Martha, no, it cost us 3 because it was 2 for the night and 1 to stable the horse. It would have been 1 for a meal, but we ate one of our meals, so we saved a gold. So I think it cost us 3, so we should have 1 left. Ah, yes, Moby Richard. Who? There's a spider at the bottom of your tankard. Now our purse resembles that of the Ishmaels from Moby Dick. Okay, so we've got a herb there called, what they called? Athler. Athler berries. Okay, times 1 plus 2 combat. Okay, and then plus 1 after 2 rounds. Okay. Hello, Sally. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? We are doing not too badly. We just had some rats eat one of our meals, though. That was a shame. What can you do? What can you do? Blasted rats. Unfortunately, our companion Cyrillus did die. He had a horse fall on him and he died. However, we did also fight off the undead. Oh, Ken, look under the sofa. What? What are you talking about? Keeps losing our items. Yeah, look under the sofa. Right, okay. Yeah. How was the darts? Did you smoke many Marlboro and drink many pints of lager? Yes. Yeah, how was the darts? Was it good fun? Okay, so... Right then, so we have added... We've bought them. When you've concluded, you may return to your horse and leave the village, which is what we are doing. So, we are on the track to find out... we're going to go to Varetta. We've got a clue. We are going to try and find Brass Street. We need to find Gwenolyn the Sage. That is what am I missing something? Yes. Basically, I said that you were taking your daughter to dance. Jonathan misheard and thought I said darts. So that you're taking your daughter to darts. So that's where that came about. And now it's personal, exactly, with Prince Spoilt Brat. Yeah, it's definitely personal. Oh, we got another beautiful illustration by Gary Chalk. It is late afternoon when you catch your first breathtaking glimpse of Varetta. Okay, we're at the city. Constructed on a massive plateau, this city has stood since time immemorial. The walls and buildings are immense, constructed from blood-red rock and crowded together in complicated splendour. Great stone dragons writhe along the battlements, and their collared tails entangling the gatehouses and portals of the outer wall, and spirals of sea-blue smoke rise from the mouths of angry-faced gargoyles, crouching like spies on top of the roofs and towers that fill the sky. The sun has set by the time you reach the gate of Varetta. The guards in their scarlet tunics offer no challenge as you pass easily into the wide streets of this magnificent city. The entrance gate road leads to a quadrangle. Here, I've got a knock on the door. I have a knock on the door. Maybe it's the guards come to let me out of this dungeon. Let's find out what they want. Oh, I have a package. It's a rather heavy package. Not sure what this is. Oh, I wasn't expecting an Amazon delivery. Should we do a live unboxing? There's somebody at the door. Exactly, there's somebody at the door. I see you know so well. Get to the dart. Yeah, pub evening. Colin, do you remember our famous darts win? Oh, yeah. Oh, is it Savage Realms? It could well be the Savage Realms. That's a good thing. Exactly. Let's do an unboxing. Look at this. A live unboxing. What's going through my mind now is hopefully it's not something I've ordered that's very, very embarrassing. Ken live unboxes special blue pills. Yeah, exactly. Imagine that. No, I think you're absolutely right. Look at this. Look at this thick tomb. Look at this. It is. It is. Do you order many embarrassing things? Far too many, Jonathan. Far too many. Look at this. Savage Realms game books Where Shadows Fall. The Shadow Thief Adventure by David Lowry. Look at this. Now, I've seen people posting up images saying it's arrived, it's arrived. So I did back the Savage Realms Kickstarter campaign where you get 3 books. Look at this. This is a beast. Literally, the Kraken awakes. Enter the prolific world of the Savage Realm game books. Shipwrecked on a remote and isolated beach, you must make your way through a subterranean world full of unspeakable horrors, foul creatures, and terrible deaths. And if you survive, can you find your way home? Cover does look cool, doesn't it? Look at that. Yeah, it does look good. Wow, this is one positive Cthulhian boss on the cover, isn't that? That is a beast. That is a beast. A beast here and a beast here. This is amazing. How many? God, it's over 500 entries. That's almost as big as the game book. What is it? Sword of the Bastard Elf, which is over 1,000 entries. So there we go. So at some stage we will play this beast. How exciting was that? I didn't even know it was arriving today. That's amazing. So there we go. So if you are interested in more game books, check out Savage Realms. Jam has also got a Savage Realm game book as well. Plus he does have his own game books as well. Paranormal Hero is one that I recall. 650. Oh, there you go. 650. Serpendarity. This is going to be a lucky day. Exactly. Wow, there you go. I did think it one of my neighbours kicking off. Okay, so the sun has set by the time you reach the gate. I'm all excited. The east gate of Varetta. The guards in their scarlet tunic offer no challenge. You pass easily into the wide streets of this magnificent city. The entrance gate road leads to a quadrangle. Have you noticed hang on, here you notice a pillar of red stone that is etched with the names of the streets that lead away from the square. Look at that. It's as though Joe Diva actually planned this game book. That is a picture of one of the guards. Again, I do love Gary Chalk's illustrations. I think they're brilliant. There you go. That is the dragon. That was the dragon or the dragons that writhe along the battlements. Look at that. So, what would you like to do then? Oh, Oh, okay, so we've got a clue here that we're looking for Brass Street. However, that is not one of the options. Would you choose to go north into Halen Way, west into Coach Course, south into Flute Street, or go east back along the street you have just ridden? Oh, well, we didn't really write... Oh, no, yeah, I guess we came in through the gate, so we have technically ridden into a street. What would you like to do then? Type north if you want to go to the Helen Way. Type west if you want to go to Coach Course. South into Flute Street, or east back along the street that we've just ridden down. Sort of back towards the gate. There we go. What would you like to do? Sally's going for north. We don't know really where we're meant to be going in terms of those streets, so we don't know where Brass Street is. So either one is just as good as the other one. Coaches equals opportunity for more gold. Oh, okay. Good thinking. North. Anyone else voting? Wow, I see, this is the thing. That's the nice surprise. They did 3 books in one. And I forgot that I'd like the next one was coming out. Okay, so it looks like we're going to go north. That looks like to be the popular decision. So we're going to go North Halen Way. Now I might write that down next to the entry, just so we don't go around in circles, because we could go around in circles. Okay. You pass many soldiers of various races and nationalities lolling in the open doorways or squatting against the red brick walls. They are mercenaries drawn to Varetta by the news of war in the north. They come here in search of employment, for the chance to sell their skills to any buyer, indifferent to the justice of his cause. Oh, Martha. Big hugs for Martha. So look, there you go. There's another little cool illustration. There we go. Beneath a black iron lantern, you notice a group of men throwing dice against the base of the wall. So, oh look. If you wish to stop and ask them the way to Brass Street, you can do that. Type ask, or you can continue on your way without stopping. Type continue. What would you like to do? You vote now. You decide. It's not up to me. It's up to you. Ask. Yeah, ask. They might try and encourage you to bet, but we can always say no. We've only got 1 gold anyway. Here we go. What would you like to do? Ask. Ask seems to be the sensible thing to do. Hopefully they won't turn on us and beat us up. I mean, they're mercenaries. So presumably mercenaries are not... Well, they're professional soldiers, but they have no loyalty, do they? It's just whoever pays the most coin. But you'd like to think that they wouldn't get into fights, because fights is their profession, and they only get into fights if they get paid. But then maybe you have to... Maybe they might attack you and you have to pay them not to attack you. They might go down that route. Let's find out. I'm a bit wary of this, but anyway. At first, they pretend not to have noticed you, but eventually a stubby-faced soldier designs to give you an answer. I'll let the dice decide, he says, his face red and glowing in the light of the lantern. He raises his hand, spits on his palm, and then tosses the bone dice against the wall. Martha's got a set of bone dice. Oh, yeah. Hot chocolate and a kitten. So, let's see. Pick a number from the random dice table. Okay, so we're going to roll the dice. Oh, you haven't quite made them yet? Yeah, well, Martha says she wants to make some bone dice, which sound really intriguing. Oh, hello. Let's do that again. Got a bit too excited there. That looks like, oh, unfortunately, it's a 2, which I don't think that's brilliant. You never know. Low might be good. It never is in Talisman. Let's find out. Okay, if the number you picked is 4 or lower, turn to 177. Oh. Ah, you're in luck, stranger. The dice favour you tonight. The man staggers drunkenly to his feet and points to an alley in the middle. Oh, hang on, an alley in the middle distance where a doorway is just visible from the shadows. The city crier lives there. They'll tell you the way to Brass Street. You nod your thanks and spur your horse along the street towards the darkened doorway. Okay, I don't know if I 100% trust this guy. Oh, cheese and crackers. Okay, 25. Here we go, 25. Beyond the doorway, a flight of narrow stone steps leads to a small room. Books line 2 chambers' walls from floor to ceiling. Oh, I like that. And another wall is filled with racks of scrolls, handbells, and parchments wound around with ribbons of green silk. Set into the remaining wall is a beech wood door embellished with intricate carvings. Slowly it opens and a tiny humanoid creature with unblinking crimson eyes bids you welcome. Instantly you recognise the stunted features of a Clune. George Clooney. Good evening, sir, they say in a strong, deep voice that belies their small, squat body. It's Cockle-Snook's sister. You alright? He's still awake? Look at him. He's quite excited, isn't he? Oh, hang on. Good evening, sir, they say in a strong, deep voice that belies their small, squat body. Welcome to our guild house. How may we be of service? There we go. So you have another decision to make. If you wish to ask about it... No, hang on. If you wish to ask Clune for directions to Brass Street, type Brass. If you wish to ask it about the Lorestone of Varetta, type Lorestone. Or if you don't want to ask any questions, you can leave. Type leave. What would you like to do? You can ask for Brass Street, type Brass. Lorestone, type Lorestone. Or you can leave, type leave. We do need... we do need to get to Brass Street. Although, I mean, I would also be intrigued to know what it knows about the Lorestone. They seem very learned. They've got scrolls and parchments and books. Okay, yes, let's all go. Yeah, we've all gone for Brass Street. Let's go for that then. That is 165. 165. Okay, what time have we got? Oh, it's come up for 8 o'clock. We'll just do a few more. Thank you very much for following that rude guy. I didn't mean following that rude guy. But thank you, rude guy, for following the channel. Really, really appreciate that. Okay, so 165. Certainly, sir. We, of the Guild of the City Criers, are only too pleased to be of service, says the Clune, as they waddle over to the bookshelves. They scamper to the top and remove a slim map from between a stack of papers before scuttling back down and depositing it at your feet. Okay, there is a bit of a catch here. That'll be 5 gold crowns, sir, says the creature in a firm but polite tone. So, it says here you can pay for it, but we don't have that much money. It says if you cannot or do not wish to pay, then turn to 262. Okay, that is frustrating. Should we steal it? Yeah, I was going to say. Should we just go, look over there? And just, wait. How's he going to catch us? He was waddling. How's he going to catch us? Right, here we go. We can't do that. We can't do that to him. The green-skinned Clune stares at you with a trace of a sneer playing on their thick rubbery lips. Wait here, they say offhandedly, and waddle out through the door, slamming it shut as they leave. Okay, it says, if you have the Magnakai Discipline of Divination, which we don't have, if you do not possess this skill, you can wait for them to return, or you can lead the guild house. What do you want to do then? We haven't got that skill. It's Crocosnook's relative, yeah. What would you like to do? Do you want to wait? Type wait, or you can leave. Type leave, and you can continue on your way. Okay, so Martha and Lirin both want to wait. Yeah, maybe. I mean, we just want to know where Brass Tree is. Just give us directions. Is that? Colin also would like to wait, as would Sally, and also yeah, wait, Jam. Okay, there we go. Okay, here we go. I'm intrigued. I like their sort of helpfulness, yet you've just gone, sorry, I can't pay. I didn't realise it was going to be 5 gold, and they've gone, right then. Here we go. I like this. I'm enjoying this encounter. It is the polite thing to do. You're absolutely right, Martha. Suddenly, the door bursts open, and in loops a ravenous Vasagorian warhound. What? This escalated a bit quickly. Supper time, Gornasha, cries the Clune gleefully, as the slavering hound, which must not have been fed for a couple of days at least, leaps up at your unprotected throat. What? Look. This isn't the polite thing to do. What are they playing at? What? Just because we couldn't afford it? Okay, it is a ravenous warhound. Wait, we are just trying to ask him something. Yeah, exactly. That got out of hand way too quickly. Bad boy, play dead. Okay, it says you may evade this attack in the first round of combat only by running out of the room and escaping down the stairs to the street. Okay, so what would you like to do? Would you like to evade or would you like to fight? You decide. Type evade if you want to evade, or flight if you want to take... or win if you want... or fight. Evade or fight. Evade, yes, it is his pet. Yeah, it does look like his pet. No, I love the little details of the scrolls up there as well. That's really cool. Yeah, I'm going to have to study a lot of these drawings because for my game book, I'm going to be doing the illustrations myself. And black and white is my style of drawing. But I do want to look at other styles as well, just to kind of get that inspiration. Okay, so it looks like... Oh, is this a split decision? No, we got 1 for fight, 2 for fight. I feel bad attacking a mistreated pet. Yeah, sorry. Now I'm a dog owner. I changed my vote to evade. Yeah. Okay, so we are going to try and evade it. Now, I'm not 100% sure of the rules of evade, so I don't know if we're going to actually take any punishment, which I think we kind of do. It did say... well, I would imagine we do. Let's find out, though. But it does say in the combat... It says you may evade combat. You may only do this when the text adventure offers you the opportunity. You undertake 1 round of combat OAC in the usual way. All endurance point loss of the enemy are ignored. Only the player loses the endurance... Okay. If the book offers the chance of taking evasive action in place of combat... Okay. We do have to fight it, though. We get a +3. So we're on 23. It's on 17. So that leaves us with 6. That leaves us with 6. So let's do this. Could we use our bow to make Rover chase the arrow? I know, that could be cool. 6. So, we're on 6, and it's 6. I don't think... okay, so we would have done it a lot of damage. That would have been minus 11. However, we do get minus 1, so it maybe just bit us on the bum as we ran away. So that's not too bad. We only lose 1... Oh no, it went for our throat, didn't it? So maybe it just grabbed a bit of skin, teared a bit of skin off of our throat. Okay, so we have evaded that. 105. Okay, a few hundred yards along the street, you see the east gate through which you enter the city. 2 crowded streets lead away from the gatehouse. One heads north, the other south. Simple. It's a simple choice. What would you like to do? Would you like to go north or would you like to go south? I believe we did go north before. But what would you like to do? We toss a frisbee at the last second and he chases that instead. Yeah, I like your thinking there. What would you like to go? North or south? South or north? You decide. It's not me. It's not me that decides. Okay, rude guy would also like to go north. North, always north, says Sally. Oh, so it looks like north has it then. Oh no, south. It could be a split decision. We've got 1, 2, 3 for south. 1, 2, 3 for north. I think it's anyone else votes because otherwise the die will decide. The die side. The die will decide. Anyone else voting? Okay, this might be the first time the dice decide tonight. Okay, there you go. Here we go then. Let's do it. Oh, I didn't say what was what. It's a 10-sided dice. 1 to 5. Is that right? Yeah, 1 to 5 is going to go north. 6 to 10 is going to go south. Here we go then. That is a 7. It's quite tricky for you guys to see that. Maybe I've got some different coloured dice. Maybe we used a blue one. So I said, what was it? 6 to 10 was south. So we're going to go south. We're going to go south. Okay. Okay. And that is where we shall leave tonight's session. Leave you on a cliffhanger. Well, hopefully south isn't an actual cliff, because that would be pretty dangerous. So that is what we're going to do. We are going to go south. And let me write that. South. Again, just so we don't get lost. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. Just to remind you, Jonathan, of whose tag there is Ace Gamebooks, he has a Kickstarter right now, happening right now. It's called Shakespeare vs. Cthulhu. What Dreams May Come. It's Shakespeare mashed with Cthulhu. Jonathan, if you want to leave a link again, please do so. Hopefully things don't figuratively go south from here. Yeah, fingers crossed. I think we were a bit lucky that probably a good idea to run from that dog. I have to say, I'm really enjoyed even coming late. Can't wait for next week. Oh, thank you very much, Rude Guy. Well, we loved having you here. It's always a pleasure to welcome new people. It's fantastic. Tune in next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Absolutely. Edra Tales Twitch channel, 6:30 UK time. Every Wednesday we do this. Good night, Lirin, John St. all of the crowd, all of the fellowship. My next live stream is Friday. I do a Friday live stream. It's a video game, 7 PM UK time. And that is, we are doing The Witcher 3. We are, I think, 4-5 sessions in. I've never played The Witcher 3. I've never played any of the Witcher games. Really loving it. Really loving it. So that's a lot of fun. And then you can join me on Saturday mornings, 10 AM UK time, for Edra Scrolls, Ramblings of a Storyteller, where we talk about creativity, we talk about fantasy, we talk about your projects, we talk about my projects. So thank you very much. It is great fun. Yes, it's been a lovely evening. Lovely to see you all again. Thank you, Colin. Thank you, Lee-Rin. Thank you, Jam. Thank you, Rude Guy. Thank you, Sally. Thank you, Martha. Thank you, Jam. Thank you, John. Thank you, Colin. Good night to everybody. And remember, may the magic of stories flow through you always. Oh, and good night, Grocklesnook. See you later. See you next time.